This is Andrew Harris with Confluence Outfitters. I'm out on the Lower Sac today with fellow guide Luke Geraty. We're actually out doing a little bit of wade fishing today, doing a little bit of everything. This time of year is a great time to do a lot of different techniques. We have a lot of hatches coming up that have already started on the Lower Sac. March and April, we see March browns, we see a lot of caddisflies, we see some PMDs, and then kind of a more orange or pinkish version of those called a pink Albert. That'll be happening more in April. And we do have stoneflies. We have some giant stoneflies that we typically see hatching around the 1st of April. We usually don't have enough of those to generate interest on dries, but it really drives a solid rubber legs bite too. So a lot of different hatches means there's a lot of different ways you can fish. Today we've done all kinds of things. We've fished nymphs and indicators. We've been doing some trout spey. We've been doing some dry fly fishing. And we've had action on all of those techniques so far. So whether you enjoy, drifting down the river, watching an indicator, doing some nymph fishing, which is our most productive technique. If you like stalking fish, rising fish with dry flies, you can do just about anything this time of year. One of our popular options this time of year is a trout spey trip. We use jet boats to access the best wading spots, and we fish with 3 and 4 weight spey rods. And that can be a really fun and productive way to fish. Totally a different experience than doing the typical drift boat nymph indicator thing, which we also do a ton of and love. So there's a lot going on, and it's a great time of year to come up here and fish. One question we get a lot is, are Lower Sac trips appropriate for a spouse or a child or a buddy who may have never touched a fly rod before? And it's funny, when people call, they'll be like, well, can the new person fish spinning gear and all fly fish? And like, we don't do that. We don't even know how to fish spinning gear. We just do fly fishing. These trips are absolutely appropriate for beginners. Every week we have people who've never touched a fly rod who come up and end up having a lot of success. I mean, the Lower Sac is a very productive wild trout stream, but the techniques that we use are easily taught and not easily mastered, but it's easy enough to be proficient within an hour or two to where you're hooking fish and can hook into a lot of wild fish even on your very first day of fly fishing. So don't be afraid to book a trip for you and your spouse, fishing buddy, son or daughter, or anyone who's never touched a fly rod before. That's one of our specialties. We can handle that.